What is your view of the American use of drones now in Afghanistan?
I think it is the most insane way of fighting terrorism. How do you, doing a drone attack in a village, mud huts, and expecting that there won't be other casualties. And a lot of times the drone attacks targeted the wrong people on wrong information.
As we saw immediately after the fall, that terrible event immediately after the liberation or the fall, how you carried it.
Well, Peter, one of the reasons which sparked off, there were two attacks which sparked off insurgency, so-called Pakistan Taliban. One was in 2004 where they bombed some people who they thought were militants but were actually our own tribal people. And the next day they bombed the funeral where there were a lot of people gathering, and that's what sparked off anger there. Then they bombed, killed 80 people and said that they were all terrorists. They announced that they had killed 80 people. Turned out they had bombed a school and 80 children had been killed. So, and then a few days later, one of the parents then did a suicide attack in one of our army academies and killed 50 recruits. So this is how
I've been there, yeah.
And this is how it just multiplied. So, the more collateral damage, the militants grew. And exactly same thing happening, night raids, humiliations, going into people's houses, not knowing their culture, and then aerial bombardment.
So the Americans say to you, can we have a base in Pakistan to launch attacks on ISIS? What will you say?
I think that they don't need a base here because we do not want to be part of a conflict again. Pakistan was the biggest collateral damage of Afghanistan. By joining the US, no country paid such a heavy price as us. 80,000 Pakistanis died. Our economy was devastated. $150 billion lost to the economy. It was called the most dangerous place in the world. Cricket teams refused. Investors refused to come. Our currency lost half its value by 2008. So 3.5 million people internally displaced. We suffered because of that. And then rather than being appreciation for this, a country which had nothing to do with 9/11, which paid such a heavy price, we were actually scapegoated. Even now in the Senate hearing, they talk about Pakistani safe havens. There were 480 drone attacks. They see everything. They even spotted vehicles down there. How would they not spot these safe havens? So, I thought we were very unfairly scapegoated for, what was obviously clearly a big failure in Afghanistan.